Delivery for Dylan, who drives a Nova, now has a fat car.
Did that for years.
Yep.
Delivery for Dylan, who drives a Nova, now has a fat car.
Did that for years.
Yep. And it worked.
Just like that.
That is.
Who the fuck goes over that?
Fit right on there.
My God. Modern technology.
And first step is carburetor. This thing was leaking out of both, what are these called again?
Accelerator pumps.
Accelerator pumps. So now, well, there's a crack in one of these. This is the rear one. So this is why I was fucking leaking out of here, out of the bowl and stuff. So full rebuild kit, nothing but the best. Obviously a Holley rebuild kit for a Holley carburetor. So we'll get that dialed up right now. And I took my carburetor, or my starter out of my Camaro, which is brand new, threw it in this because we had a starter issue with this original starter that we got in the Nova. It was getting like heat soaked, so it wasn't turning or nothing. It was getting really stiff. So I'm gonna show you guys probably 10 minutes use of a starter from my brand new, for my Camaro, put it in the Nova, and it wore half the teeth, like immediately. Okay, so we're going under the car, and like who you guys are all wondering too, how is the flex plate? If the starter's screwed up, how is the flex plate? So, oh my God, the corners aren't even messed up. No, this thing looks perfect. It's the first time really seeing under the car. It looks like a stock flex plate. Yeah, this looks really good. So there's the shims right here, just two little shims. This is what came in the car with the old starter, so I put those back in, and then we had an issue. But obviously, with the new starter, you're gonna wanna re-shim it again, so just to make sure it's correct. But maybe that's what done it, but there's no damage on this. I can feel a little bit, but the full tooth is there. We're all good. So okay, so we got the new gear on the new starter. All right, guys. So now we are working on the electrical part of the Nova, and this is a cheap $80 HEI distributor, and the spark is very weak. We checked the plugs a few times, and the spark that comes out isn't even blue. It's not even zap zap. It's not strong. It's more of like a yellow, and it's weak. So this big block is having issues kind of firing. I don't think it's firing because of the spark is weak. So we definitely have to toughen that up a little bit, right? So we got a brand new MSD ready to run distributor right here, which is almost 500 bucks. We got that MSD blaster 2 coil and the harness right here. So this is everything we need to get spark ready to run. It's very simple. Just slap it in, little plug, connect this to the firewall, plug this into the distributor, ready to go. My Camaro over there already has it, and that runs. It's plug and play, this thing. But my issue is right now is this is a coil on top of the distributor, right? Right? What?
You were videoing yourself the whole time.
Yeah, I'm talking to them.
Oh.
All right, so this distributor right here has a coil on top. It's not that coil, so we're not using that coil. I guess there's no power coming from that. So if I hook up this ready to run distributor, which doesn't have a coil on top like this one, this is HEI obviously. So I'm gonna put the coil over there, the MSD Blaster 2 that we have right here. So we're gonna connect that to that, and this is just a one unit situation. All right, so second step, MSD coil, distributor, the harness is even on here. Got that connected right here. It's just so simple. There's 3 wires, okay? Black runs from the plug to a ground. So right to the firewall, positive and negative, red and yellow, or red and orange, positive, negative on the coil. That's it. This I had to seal for my Camaro because it didn't come with one of these main coil wires. So that's good. We already checked for spark. There is good spark. It's blue. So opposed to this shit box, $75, it was like orange. So blue spark should be good. So this thing will definitely run, I think, after this. But we still have to check with timing a little bit, but we got it kind of in the right spot. It's pointing towards the same exact spot on the firewall as it was before when we took it apart. So right now we're gonna take all the plugs out, gap all the brand new Alternator plugs to 35,000s, where I think it's safe enough to be at. They're out the box at like 32, so 35 is perfect for a big block. And we'll throw them in right now. Do a little plug rooting and all that, and then we're gonna give it another shot and trying to fire it up. So let's go. All right, guys, so I just had my first little heart attack with this new parts installation we're putting on this Nova. So at first, we got the whole alternator, you know, assembly, the bracket, mount, and all that. I thought they were going here for the water pump, but I'm like, there's a hump here. It doesn't fit flush, but it goes here to the head and to here. So I didn't even look at that on eBay, but I forgot. So hopefully it clears. And right now, we're gonna see. Hopefully it does. Let me see if that lines up. Look at that. It lines up. We're good. Is he gonna clear the control arm?
I think so. Good.
Okay, guys, so today's video, we're working on Dylan's Nova. This starter has been in and out of this car 3 times after being rebuilt. We swapped the gear from the other one. So now the issue is with the starter is it pops out. As soon as it hits the flex plate, it stops. The gear don't spin. It don't spin the flywheel. It just pops out. And then it's just, the motor's spinning and the gear isn't spinning. So Dylan went online, you know, in a hurry fashion, picked up a brand new starter from Jegs, which is pretty good shit. Jegs really has some good stuff now. Obviously better than eBay. I wouldn't trust no eBay starter. But this right here is just a, I guess, high torque mini starter, staggered bolt pattern for a big block. Small block, big block, I think it's the same thing.
Speedmaster.
I don't know if this came with any shims. So we're gonna bolt this up. We have to pull the gear out and see how it meshes with the flywheel gear. If it's too big of a gap, we're gonna have to somehow.
I feel like that already looks like
It looks all right,
different,
actually.
right? That already looks like bigger.
looks good.
Or stronger, like than this thing. It looks bigger. It's
Just
definitely
look at the
bigger.
size difference.
Look at the size difference, but like this.
Put it
though.
down. Look at that. That's the difference.
Look at the gear. Am I crazy for thinking that? Like, look at that.
Fucking starter. What a
Compared to
difference.
that,
It is. That's better.
it's
Is
bigger.
that a high torque?
That's yeah.
All right, so let's get this thing in.
All right, guys. So we did some work while we were off camera here. I was the big helping hand, holding the flashlight and handing the screwdrivers over. But the main man, Gene over here, got the car pretty good. So we got the starter slapped in.
Don't forget, you were holding the flashlight in the wrong place, and your father.
Can I do anything right?
We'll beat you up.
Listen, so we got the starter in, the Jegs. It's an OE replacement, but it's high torque for racing setups, and this is obviously a 468 big block, but I have a small schlog and I got to compensate. Damn. So he got it in, and we realized some wiring wasn't right on the coil, so we moved some stuff around, got it all wired up, and
It was 180 out. It wasn't firing, so we actually flooded the carburetor just a little bit. So,
And yeah, I mean, I guess we could show them now what it does.
well, this right here is a ready-to-run, like you guys already know, distributor and harness and coil setup. We had the old, I guess, 2 wires right here that go to positive and negative for the coil, which goes to the MSD 7A box in there, the ignition box. But I guess when you run a ready-to-run distributor and coil now, it bypasses all of that. So that's all you need is the battery to the coil, to the distributor, and it runs. It's so simple. So,
But like, also, let's be honest here. When we're chasing a bunch of things, like chasing our tail, and we're jumping around a bunch of things that we got to do, what we think's wrong, da da da.
you always change one thing at once, so you
Yeah.
don't change 5 things. You're like, which one
But we
messed
do
up?
5 things because we overthink. We got 3 people here
Right.
talking, think with their opinions. But we missed the simplest thing. So we did the simplest thing, and I think we're in the game now.
Yeah, and distributor, it likes to be pointed right here on, I guess, what's it called, the static timing.
Yeah,
For
the
the distributor?
The little nipple.
So this is pointing towards like 2, number 2. So it's supposed to be 6, but I guess with this car, it could also be a little advanced on the timing down at the crank pulley, the sprocket. We don't know, but
A lot of talking.
I don't even think you have to give this thing gas. You don't have to give it gas. Just hit the switch.
Yeah, I want to hear it fire.
Yeah, one pump. it by hand. Yep. See this lever? See how it's moving? It's moving. So fire it up again. Remember, we don't have a water pump pulley or nothing, so we can't get it hot. Sounds good. All right, set it off. See if it fires right up again with no gas. Good. Okay guys, so we got my nice hat now, so this just means I know everything about cars, so I'm ready to attack anything that comes my way. So right now, let me just give up a little overview of what happened the past few days with the Nova. Starting over here, right here we have, don't show the address or nothing, but that is a alternator bracket that it bolts up to the head, but I don't know, it's probably for like a truck application or something, and it hits the control arm, so we have to buy a top mount alternator bracket, but this is a short water pump. It does not have the step right here for the 2 holes and the one little threaded little knob right that goes right here, like a knobby, whatever. So it bolts to the linkage of the alternator and it attaches the bracket to the water pump. So we have to buy an upper top mount alternator bracket. So we got to return that, get the new one. But this thing fires up. So thank you, Pat, for helping me install the MSD stuff. Pat is it's my uncle for the '69 Camaro, the orange one. So if any of you guys remember that. One little pump. We can put this thing back on because it actually runs again, guys.
And it should make the dreams happen. It should start.
Moroso. This is pretty badass. Oh wait.
There you go.
You can't beat old school gold. Come on.
The motor's ugly right now, but.
Yeah. So right now, guys, we're going to give you a little fire up of it. Just because, I guess it's been due for a startup. You guys haven't seen a startup yet. So,
I barely have.
Let's see what it does. So this can shift back, but let me just show you guys the sound of my automobile. Not even mine. Camera guy says car.
Fat wheel on the back?
Let me put the hat back on before I can talk about some wisdom over here. All right, so we can't keep the car running for anything more than like 10 seconds because we have the alternator or the water pump pulley off, like the motor, the old Moroso motor. We're ditching that. We're going back to a serpentine belt setup. So water pump isn't spinning. We can't have it running. But these right here are my 15 by 12 Krager Super Tricks off my 67 Camaro back there, which has a mini tub. 15 by 12, 8-inch back spacing with 4 inches of a front lip. But I just flopped it over, rotated it, and now we have 4 inches on the back, which is good for a Nova. And then on the front right here, we got 8 inches. So now you can see it comes up right to the lip, which is really nice, opposed to the other 15 by 8s, 15 by 12s, 4 inches. Definitely, she noticed that. She noticed that.
She noticed the 4 inches.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm saying.
It did lift the car a little bit more on the left side with the tire because it's a taller tire. I think it's a 31, right?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, 30.
31, 10.5 wide, 15 rim. So 31 is perfect. 10.5. We honestly could fit like a 12-inch, but
I think it looks sick.
I think it's
the way
alright.
it is. Like she's not bad the way she is.
No.
And once it tucks on
show
a
the
wheelie,
back. Show the back and raise the brightness a little.
once she tucks on a wheelie, come on now. I get a flashlight out.
Sorry for the bad lighting, guys.
Like, look at that. Come on. Oh, stop playing with the kid.
The right
And
side.
that one looks like a junk box.
It's good for like a stock Camaro, stock Nova setup.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mini tub. Fit all the meat you can, guys. More is better, but sometimes too much meat is bad.
Hey, yo.
This is perfect. It's in the middle. So right now, that's going to wrap it up for Dylan's new project. I guess 1970s drag car. So this was a revival. Not much of a revival because we didn't get it really going from nothing. We kind of just fixed it up. the way
No,
we got
I
it
mean-
from the past owner, right? It was kind
Yeah,
of a
but I'd
bogey.
call it a revival. This thing was all hooped out.
Yeah, but it starts up right now. Like,
Well, now it's a revival, but back then when
it's the second starter in.
he was like, "Let me put my RAV4 up to it," the thing is fucking choking out.
All right, guys. So as of now, next videos are gonna be. I don't think we're gonna do body work, right? No body work.
Not yet, definitely
If
winter
anything,
stuff.
We're gonna spray paint this white just so it's all black again. But we have to get the serpentine belt and the alternator setup done. Tires, front springs we're gonna have to do because the right side is a little too soft. I think this is Super Trick springs, so
Yeah, but Uncle Pat's got a Christmas gift for
Uncle
us.
Pat got some stiff, big block springs that will be nice for this car. So definitely, we got a lot of stuff in the future for you guys with this Nova. Dylan, are you happy about your actual first muscle car?
I'm really happy about the muscle car, but I wasn't happy about the issues. But someone else obviously caused that by jumping inside of it and doing all this crazy shit with it. But, you know, obviously we got Gino and the right hands working on it. It's not a...
She got hips.
Oh, God.
All right, guys, we'll catch you in the next video. Yeah, hopefully you guys love the Nova. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned till next time. Peace.